The NFL draft is right around the corner, and in this series, I'm looking at some of the top prospects in all of college football. And in this video, I'm going to talk about one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football in Trey Lance. Trey was born in Canby, Minnesota, and grew up playing football with his father Carlton, who funny enough played in the Canadian Football League as a cornerback, and allowed him to dominate as a running back in youth football until he finally found his spot and controlled the offense as a quarterback. Not only did Trey just play quarterback, but he was born for the position, and as he constantly practiced in his backyard, he just kept getting better and better. So much so that Trey started messing up his father's hands and forced him to wear gloves. The very fact that a former professional cornerback had to wear gloves is truly telling you something. Although Trey was a gifted athlete, he lived in a state with a lack of talent at the position, and even though he was the highest rated in the state, he was only a 3-star. Not only was Trey lowballed as a recruit, but the school that he wanted to go to in University of Minnesota wanted him to play safety, and that just wasn't going to happen for Trey.
Whoa, hey.
On a side note, if Trey and Antoine Winfield Jr., who just won a Super Bowl, both played on the same team at Minnesota, at the same position, it would have just been wild. But all of this is far from the point, and although he got interest, it was only as a wide receiver or a defensive back. And even though Trey garnered a decent amount of attention, it was the wrong kind and forced Trey to take a different route, as he committed to play football at North Dakota State University.
Play action for Lance. Babish wide open in the end zone. Touchdown!
Although Trey took a different route to North Dakota State, he was not the big man on campus immediately and redshirted his freshman season. Trey's freshman year was Easton's 6th senior season, who got drafted by the Chargers in 2019. But nonetheless, there was no chance that Trey was going to get playing time with a player like Easton in front of him. But the following season, times changed, and as Easton left, Trey took the starting spot and just ate. In 2019, Trey had what many would call a one-of-a-kind year, as not only did he pass for over 65% and nearly 2,800 yards, but he also had 28 touchdowns and no interceptions. It seems like 2019 was really a stellar year, as he was able to set the NCAA division record with 287 passes without a single pick. But wait, there's more.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
And not only did Trey dominate the passing game, but he also ran for exactly 1,100 yards and 14 touchdowns. So as a whole, Trey just tore up college football, and as a result was named the most outstanding player during the 2020 NCAA Division Championship game, and upon that won the Walter Payton and Jerry Rice Awards. It really doesn't get much better than that. If you're wondering, the Walter Payton Award is equivalent to the Heisman in the FCS, and the Jerry Rice Award is given to the best freshman in the division. So Trey got about every award that you could hope for, and was completely set going into his junior season. But yet again, Trey didn't go the normal route, and decided to have a one-game showcase against a non-conference team in Central Arkansas. And in that game, he had just under 150 yards passing and 2 touchdowns, along with his sole 1 interception in all of college football. But where he really shined was in the run game, where he had nearly 150 yards rushing and 2 rushing touchdowns. The game as a whole is a very interesting last impression, but the idea itself got him a lot of attention and launched his draft stock to the moon. The showcase was his last experience in all of college football, as he declared for the 2021 NFL Draft, and because of all the recognition, he became one of the top recruits in the entire nation. Trey is 6'4", 225, so the fact that many teams wanted him to play a cornerback is a shock, and his build seems perfect for a mobile quarterback in the vein of players like Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson, but with the height of players like Mahomes and Newton. The combination is seemingly deadly, and makes him a unique choice for wherever he ends up. After talking about how unique a player Trey is, finding a comparison to him is a difficult decision to say the least. But to make my decision easier, I'm going to look at some of the unique players in the league, and although he has recently struggled in New England, Cam Newton is the closest comparison that I could find, as he's able to run and pass the ball. And upon that is not simply a run-first guy like Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray, but he can run if he has to. Cam is a bit bigger, and although he's around 20 pounds, along with the same height, the two have an extremely similar playstyle. And upon that, I could see Trey come into the league and catch a ton of teams off guard with his style of play like Cam Newton did when he entered the league 10 years ago. We have an interesting situation here, as Trey has not faced teams like Alabama or Clemson, and because of that is likely going to have to adjust to a whole new environment. Am I saying that the talent level in the FCS is trash? No. And players like Carson Wentz and Cooper Kupp tore up the NFL from humble beginnings. But the talent is a whole nother level, and as a result, I will dock him down a bit for that. But anyways, let's get down to business. And you know what? I'll give Trey a B+. Only because he'll have to enhance his play for a different level of talent. But I see a bright future for Trey. Last week I talked about Mac Jones and I kinda lowballed him. So this time I want to be a little bit better on my guess. And yeah, Trey's being talked about as one of the best talents in the draft. And many even see him going in the first 3 to 5 picks. Potentially even to the New York Jets with the 2nd overall pick. But that seems a little early for my guy. And instead of a top 5 pick, I think Trey will go in that top 10 to 15 range to a team like the Minnesota Vikings with the 14th pick. And the fit seems perfect as he would be able to play in his home state and potentially start a dynasty with young talent like Justin Jefferson. But that was just my silly old opinion, and I would love to see yours in the comments down below, so tell me where you think Trey is heading off to. But nonetheless, Trey's a monumental talent, and although he might be an underdog, I wouldn't count him out.
Lance keeps, backside, wide open, Hunter Luepke, touchdown!
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed, subscribe and like. And you know what? It would be awesome if you could comment down below where you think he's heading off to. But anyway, see you guys soon and peace out.